Hey everybody, welcome back to Starflag Media Gaming. Imagine aiming in a shooter with mouse precision from your couch. And no, I'm not talking about the new Switch 2 mouse controls. Valve wants to make that real, finally. And this time, they're not shipping a half-baked prototype disguised as a controller. This is the fully redesigned Steam controller, and based on the leaks, the hands-on impressions, and Valve's own documentation, this might be the most important piece of hardware in Valve's new Steam lineup. The Steam Deck, Steam Frame VR headset, and the new Steam Machine PC console. They're all impressive, but this controller is the bridge between PC flexibility and console comfort. So today we're breaking down everything we know: features, tech, compatibility, pricing expectations, and why this launch matters. Let's get into it. Why does the new Steam controller matter? Well, Valve failed hard with the first Steam controller. People didn't understand it. Developers ignored its feature set and tried to replace analog sticks before gamers were ready. Fast forward almost a decade, and PC gaming is now exploding. Linux gaming is actually maturing, and people love customization. Gyro aiming and haptics aren't gimmicks anymore thanks to consoles like the Switch. Valve believes the world is finally ready for a controller that behaves like a keyboard and mouse without needing a desk. And everything about this redesign screams one intent: precision. Valve says the controller launches in early 2026, a full redesign inspired by the Steam Deck ergonomics. Let's start with the inputs. This thing isn't cutting any corners. It's got the standard A, B, X, Y buttons, a direction pad, bumpers and triggers, dual symmetrical analog sticks, which, by the way, the first controller failed to have. But here's why it becomes Valve hardware and not an Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo clone. It's got dual pressure sensitive square trackpads, 4 haptic motors, 4 back grip buttons, gyro controlled by grip detection. This fusion of physical controls plus precision inputs is what separates it from, let's say, a Xbox Elite controller or a DualSense. Valve listened. The original trackpads were controversial but powerful. They're coming back bigger and better. Square 34.5mm pads, pressure sensitive, HD rumble, mouse-like microcontrol. And combined with Steam input mapping, this could make couch-grade mouse aiming mainstream. Imagine Valorant, Counter-Strike 2, Escape from Tarkov on a couch without thumbstick mush. That's the pitch. Here's where things get technical. Valve's using new TMR thumbsticks. These are tunnel magnetoresistance sensors. The idea is that it's going to create more precise electrical measurements based on magnetic fields that changes when the stick moves. So what does that mean in real life? Well, it's more responsive, feels better long-term reliability, it's drift resistant, and it improves micro aim precision. They're capacitive touch enabled, which means when your thumb rests on the stick, the control knows it and it can act on that input. Menus, mode switching, gyro activation, theme input mapping, magic. This might be the killer feature. Gyro plus grip sense. The Steam Deck players who use gyro will confirm. Once you get used to motion aiming, you never want to go back. This goes back to the Wii. I've never had a better experience than aiming that controller at the screen. Valve is pushing it harder with a 6-axis IMU plus the grip sense capacitive activation, which means when your hand naturally grabs a controller, gyros activate automatically. No dedicated button is needed. No accidental gyro when putting the controller down. You can choose to use this feature or not, but this creates precision without friction. This alone separates the Steam Controller 2 from PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch 2, and any third-party controller, really. 4 LRA haptic motors. If you thought HD Rumble was nice, well, let's double it. There's going to be 2 in the pads and 2 in the grips. And this isn't regular Rumble. It's not even HD Rumble. This is detailed tactile feedback. Think texture sensations, micro vibrations during aiming, mouse wheels simulated through the pad. You'll feel the clicking as if it was a mouse wheel. Things that HD Rumble was doing, but on steroids. Valve was experimenting with these tactile illusions basically before anyone else. Now imagine scrolling the wheel with a physical resistance and then armor crack feedback or a menu confirmation through haptics that feel crisp instead of buzzy. It's got 4 remappable grip buttons, no awkward paddles, and it's placed directly under the natural grip pressure point. Got custom binding, which is a game changer. No take thumbs off sticks. Competitive edge without cheating. Now, this part is genius. It's got 3 wireless options. The Steam Controller Puck proprietary low latency wireless, which is 8 millisecond latency, magnetically docks and charges and supports up to 4 controllers. Its second option for wireless is standard Bluetooth. And then the third is USB-C wired option. The Puck is basically a charging dock plus a USB dongle fused together. No proprietary cables, no charging cradle clutter, a portable dock instead of a desk ornament. Well played, Valve. And Valve estimates the battery life being around 35 hours plus. That alone beats everything that PlayStation and Xbox does. But here's the real surprise. Batteries are user replaceable. That's right. Just pop it out like an old phone battery. No teardown. No warranty voiding. This is sustainability flex and gamer convenience in one move. Yeah, I love my Switch Pro controllers and their long battery life. But when you replace those batteries, it's not easy. This controller isn't just for Steam Deck. Valve confirmed support for Windows, Mac OS, Linux, the Steam Deck, the new Steam Machine, and the Steam Frame VR headset. This is where the strategy becomes clear. Valve isn't making devices. Valve is building an ecosystem. PC in the living room, deck on the go, VR in the headset, but the controllers are everywhere. Shared input standard means you learn it once and you can play everywhere. It's slowly becoming a console without calling itself a console. Then here's the tricky part, pricing. Well, we don't know. Valve hasn't announced the price yet, but it will be, quote, competitive with premium controllers. Now, what does that mean? Well, a Switch 2 Pro controller is around $80. I think this is going to be closer to an Xbox Elite controller, and so you're probably going to expect something in the $129 to $179 range, which is very pricey for just a controller. But considering everything we just went over, it's probably the best piece of tech. Now, the release window. It's expected to come out in early 2026, possibly Q1. More than likely, it'll come out at the same time as the new Steam Machine. It does have a solo purchase option, or you can bundle it with the Steam Machine, which has been confirmed. My one issue with this product and every Valve product, it's its niche appeal. They will only be selling this thing on steam.com, which limits it to people who know, and we are in a bubble. We are in an echo chamber with, yes, we as gamers know. But for mass appeal and mass market and for this thing to actually grow, they have to have a presence outside of just steam.com. Otherwise, you're just creating a niche product for a niche audience, no matter how great it is. The new Steam controller is the most ambitious controller design since, well, the original Steam controller. But now it feels like the timing is right. The world is ready. The Steam input evolved. Gyro has been validated over the years. Trackpads are now accepted. And PC gaming's ecosystem is actually expanding beyond just the desk. Valve wants to unify PC gaming input across handhelds, PCs, VR, and then, of course, the living room setup. And this controller might actually deliver that missing link between all of those steps. I think, again, it's the best piece of hardware they've shown off. If Valve nails the execution, compatibility, and developer support, this could become the definitive PC controller for the next decade. So, what do you guys think? Will you ditch your Elite controller? Will gyro and trackpads finally win you over? Drop your comments below, hit that like button so this Valve-powered hype train keeps rolling. And, of course, subscribe for full breakdowns of the Steam Machine, the expected launch lineup, Steam Frame VR, just dropped a video for that, check it out, and where the future of PC gaming is actually headed. Do you think it's going to be close to like console gaming in the next decade? As always, I want to thank you guys for joining me here at Star Flag Media, and I will see you in the next one.